Hello and welcome to another optics trade review. We're going to take a look at Night Pearl Scops 50 Max 2 handheld thermal monocular today. Night Pearl was founded in 2000. It is from Czech Republic. They're a family-owned business focused in the production of night vision and thermal optics for hunting and law enforcement purposes. They have new headquarters since 2016 with modern equipment. And their philosophy is based on offering high-quality devices for an affordable price. The monoculars from the Scop series are all OEM products. They are completely disassembled in the factory of Night Pearl for a thorough quality check and then reassembled at the end. The series has been around for some time, but Night Pearl is updating the models quite swiftly. So the Elite and Max 2 are the newest 2020 models, whereas the Pro and Max models are older, some from 2018, others from 2019. If we take a look at this device, you will immediately notice its ergonomic shape, so the hand fits snugly around the device. It can be comfortably used by both right and left-handed users, as you can see. The buttons are positioned well. You can reach them, each of them with the fingers when using the device. There are 4 of them all together. There is rubber installed here on the ocular. Definitely adds to the comfort of viewing, also prevents the light from the external sources to bother you while you are using the device. And last but not least, it is great for eyeglass wearers. So eyeglass wearers often have problems using thermal devices, not with Night Pearl Scops. The Diopter Adjustment is here on the side. It's a rotary knob that you use to set the diopter. The focusing ring is in the front on the objective. The device is made out of plastic, which is shockproof, and it is rubberized all over to provide you with a firm grip and to grant some additional protection against impacts. Night Pearl informed me that this device successfully passed a drop test from 1.5 meters to hard surface, so you can tell that it's really made out of quality plastic to be as robust as possible. At the bottom we have a heatsink to protect the device from overheating. And in the middle of the heatsink is a thread which is used for mounting the device on the tripod adapter. This is especially useful if you plan on using the device for longer periods of time and if you wish to maintain a steady image while observing. This is especially useful if you're recording a video and would like to have the image as steady as possible. Next to the heatsink we have 2 ports. One of them is a micro USB port for the means of charging and exporting data. Here we have a micro USB adapter which is included in the box. You can connect it to an external power source such as a power bank, a computer, or the power adapter that is enclosed when you purchase the device. Then we have the second port, which is used for video out. So we have a cable with which you can connect the device to an external monitor and you can stream the image live on the monitor. So the image seen through the monocular live on the monitor. Then we have the rubber objective lens cover, which is connected to the device with a rubber band. This is great since you don't have to worry about losing it anywhere, but the negative side is that you can attach it anywhere on the body of the device, so it just swings around during use, which you have to get used to because it's a little bit annoying in the beginning. The weight is 520 grams, which is about average for this type of gadget. It is around 60 to 70 grams heavier than the 35 Max 2 model. The length is 200 millimeters, also a little bit longer than 35 Max Model 2, and the width and height are both around 65 millimeters. This is nothing out of the ordinary, pretty typical for a device of this type. The lens measures 50 millimeters in diameter. The sensor is of the vanadium oxide type, The resolution is 640 by 512 pixels. And the image quality really is good, so you can observe even the smallest details, and the fact that this device features 12 micron pixels also contributes to a detailed image. The refresh rate is 50 Hz, so the image is really fluent when you're observing. Even when you're observing objects that are in motion, there is no skipping of the image. It doesn't get frozen or anything, so it is really fluent, which is great. The display resolution is 1280 by 960. The display is of the LCOS type. It can withstand temperatures down to -10 degrees Celsius. You can expect this device to run for up to 6 hours. This is of course dependent on the weather and on the features used while you're out in the field. The battery is integrated. There is no way to switch the battery if you run out of it, so having an external power bank is a great idea when you're out in the field. If you wish to have the battery replaced, you will have to send the device back to Nightpearl since it is integrated, as I said. But the power bank in the field, of course, solves the problem if you plan on staying outside for longer than 4 to 6 hours. This device has a narrower field of view than its smaller counterpart, so narrower field of view as 35 Max 2, and the magnification is also, the base magnification is bigger than with the 35 model. It starts at 3, and then you can use 2 times or 4 times digital zoom to go all the way up to 12 times magnification. You switch on the device by holding the power button for 3 seconds. It has a 10-second startup time, which is quite long. You switch it off the same way. If left turned on, it will turn off automatically after 20 minutes to preserve battery life. When the device is turned on, you can also enter the standby mode if you press the power button. And in this mode, the display is turned off, providing additional cover from the nearby game. But if you wish to go back to normal mode, it only takes 1 second, so that is really quick. There are 4 color modes: warm black, warm white, warm red, pseudo color, and also a special mode called highlight. The detection distance of this device is up to 3,000 meters, which is really far away, so you can expect to see to detect heat of a little bit bigger objects even at 3 kilometers away. And the identification distance of a wild boar sized game is around 750 meters. In, of course, great ambient conditions. When it's not too foggy, when it's not too raining or anything like that. So in great conditions, you can expect the identification distance up to 750 meters. It is IP66 certified, meaning that it is rainproof, so you can have it in rain without problems, without any second thoughts about it getting damaged. Now that we're done with the optics, I want to talk a little bit more about the features, and I would like to start with the feature that is not yet available, yet it looks really promising. In 2021, in January, Nightpearl will presumably launch a new feature called the Nightpearl Image Improver. This is a feature that basically improves the sharpness and clarity of the image so that you can see the details even better. As I said, it will be available probably in January 2021, and I'm really looking forward to see this feature on the device that I have right here. We have the picture-in-picture mode already, so useful when you wish to have only a part of the image zoomed in, maintaining a wide field of view. We have Hotspot Tracking. When you turn it on, a radical appears on the screen and it points toward the warmest object in the field of view, helping with detection, especially when you're with smaller objects. Then we have a feature called distance estimation, when the device calculates the distance to an object of a known size, rabbit, pig, or human. In the menu, you can also adjust certain parameters, such as brightness, contrast, and some other things, to practically optimize the observing experience. You can choose from two calibration modes. By default, the device is set to automatic mode, so if automatic is chosen, the device calibrates by itself after a certain amount of time. But if the manual mode, so the second mode, is chosen, you calibrate the image by yourself. It's by pressing either one of these two buttons, I'm not sure which one, when the mode is turned on. The calibration noise is not that loud, but then again, it's not that quiet either. At 10 to 15 meters, it should be inaudible. So now that I turn it on, you should hear the voice of the calibration. Yeah, there it was. Once again. The calibration is done really quickly, so the image doesn't freeze for a long time. It doesn't really impede or, how to say, worsen the observing experience because it's done so quick. But as I said, at 10 to 15 meters, you shouldn't worry that it will be so it's inaudible at that distance. It also has a digital compass feature. This is quite interesting. I haven't seen it on many competitive devices. And of course, multimedia capabilities. So you can capture images, you can record videos, you can connect it to a smartphone because it has Wi-Fi connectivity. At the moment, the app that you're gonna use is called XI Pro, but Night Pearl's own app is also in development and it will be introduced in January 2021. If we go back now to XI Pro, so if you connect the device to that application on a smartphone, you can stream the image from the device to the phone, you can download and view photos, you can adjust several settings and so on. I think that with the Night Pearl app, everything will be even smoother. So let's wait and see. It's also scheduled to arrive in 2021 January. Now, what about everything that is included along the device? So I've already shown you the two cables, the micro USB cable and the video out cable. There is also a power adapter included for charging the device along with the cable. Then we have an ordinary transport case, so a simple one, and then we have another transport case which is much softer and is made of fleece. So it's a soft fleece transport case. If you're really worried that, or if you tend to be clumsy when transporting the device, I suggest you use this one because the device is really well protected. It is really soft, a thick layer of fleece, and I think the cotton on the inside will really prevent any damage to the monocular should it fall down. And of course the instruction manual in Czech, in English and in German. And presumably in any other languages if you purchase the device in that country. If we look at the box in which you receive the monocular, just open it, so it looks like this. The device is here are a bunch of cables and one of the transport cases, and then everything else is on top. And you can see that the top of the box, there is a soft layer that protects the device when it's being transported to you when you purchase it on the web. Okay, that's basically it. You get a 3-year warranty when purchasing the device, and the price is now around 3,600 euros, VAT included. So that's basically it. Now that we're at the end of this video, I want to go through the advantages and disadvantages as I usually go in these reviews, to point out several things one more time and to help you remember what is great, what is a little less great. The most important thing, definitely worth pointing out, is the superb image quality, which we can attribute to the sophisticated sensor that this device uses. It has a resolution of 640 by 512 pixels, pixel size of 12 microns, and NETD, so the noise equivalent temperature difference of below 50 millikelvins, which means that with a device you can really distinguish between small temperature differences, which is really noticeable in adverse weather conditions, rain, fog, low temperatures, and so on. High refresh rate, so smooth images. As regards the shape, we have ergonomic shape, regardless of the fact if you're a left or right-handed user, you will be using it without problems for longer periods of time because it's comfortable. Advanced features, digital compass, hotspot tracking, and so on. And then this rubber ocular, I think, is really nice for eyeglass wearers. Myself, I do not wear glasses, but I've heard from people who use them that this is really, really a great solution, because you know that people often have problems, the eyeglass wearers often have problems with competitive devices that do not have such great solutions as this Night Pearl device. And here I would also like to point out that if something goes wrong with the Night Pearl device, they have special equipment as well as trained personnel to quickly service every device of its brand. Of course, everything in EU. They even service brands that do not have their own service, so we can conclude that they are a renowned manufacturer that you can count on, rely on, even if something goes wrong. But let's hope that it doesn't go, right? So as regards the disadvantages, I think that the integrated battery is probably this device's biggest minus. You can charge the device in the field with a power bank if 6 hours of operating time is not enough for you, even during active usage, but if you wish to have the battery replaced, you won't be able to do it by yourself. I think that the objective color solution could be done better. The LCOS display is not as resilient as the AMOLED one. You will have some trouble if you plan on going out in extreme temperatures such as minus 20 degrees Celsius and so on, because this display is only made for temperatures down to minus 10, and it might produce some problems if used in lower temperatures. Then of course the 10-second startup time is also a bit long, but waking it from the standby mode is really quick on the other hand. So once you have it turned on, if you go to standby mode and then back to normal, this happens really quickly in less than a second. I'm really looking forward to both the Night Pearl app for connecting this device to a smartphone, and for now it's XI Pro only, and of course Night Pearl Image Improver. I think that this is going to blast this device into another dimension quality-wise. If you're looking for a high-quality thermal imaging monocular, just don't overlook this. It's definitely worth checking out, the whole Max 2 series, depending on what you need and at what distance you're planning on observing the game or anything else. You will definitely be astonished by the image quality that it provides. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below if you have any. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. Goodbye.